live stream. So the topic that we'll be discussing this live stream today is in regards to whether men should cohabitate with women or whether they should not cohabitate with women. The one thing you have to understand at the end of the day is that there are going to be positives and negatives to cohabitation. But I want to get this out of the way originally. Do I think you should cohabitate? Do I think men that are not married to women should cohabitate with women? In my opinion, I don't think you should do it. Even though there are some positives, you're going to realize long term throughout the situation that there are more negatives to the situation than there are positives. Now, let's address my reasons why I would not cohabitate with the women, right? Because they're going to coincide with the positives and negatives. It's a lot of drama, a lot of chaos. You have to understand that women think from a sense of emotion, right? Their thoughts aren't logical. Now am I saying that a woman can't think from a logical perspective? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that majority of her thoughts are going to be emotional. It's going to be about how she feels in that minute. Because you have to understand that a woman's emotions change from minute to minute. You know what I'm saying? So if you as a man are not aware, if you as a man are not woke to be able to see the situation for the way it truly is, you're going to be lost. Because you're going to be trying to please a woman that can't be pleased, right? Especially if she's not even truly into you, because a woman that's truly into you and has high interest in you, she's going to be doing everything to keep you, all right? So first and foremost, y'all got to really deal with women that have super high interest in you. If she has super high interest in you, she's going to be ready to do anything to keep you. You feel what I'm saying? You got to stop dealing with women that have low interest in you, because when she has low interest in you, she's not going to really do as much to really be able to retain your attention. You got to be woke enough to be able to see it for the way it truly is. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. Now it's up to you to determine whether you're going to adhere to that or not. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing you also have to understand is that the positives and negatives, right? We're going to get into the positives and negatives on whether you should cohabitate with the woman or not. In my opinion, there are more negatives, like I said, but we're going to address the positives, right? Because, you know, we live in a world now that people love to dwell in positivity. I think it's important for us to address the positives to cohabitation. Some of the positives to cohabitation include the fact that, especially like I said, if she's a woman that really likes you and truly cares for you, she's going to be willing to do anything to retain your attention, whether it comes to cooking for you, cleaning for you, you know what I'm saying? And obviously other things that happen in, you know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, those are probably only the positives. Like, another positive that you could probably come out of the situation and say is just the fact that she's going to be willing to do almost anything for you. If you need her to do something to help your business prosper, whether it's write certain things down, like be like a little secretary for you or a treasurer of the money, you know what I'm saying? If she truly admires and respects you, she's going to be willing to do all of those things for you. You feel what I'm saying? But if not, then you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? 1 second, guys. Yeah, so she'd be willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? Tracks, one love, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for joining the chat. Like, if you're dealing with a woman that has that admire and respect you, she's going to be willing to do anything for you. Y'all got to really be able to see the truth the way it truly is, bro. A lot of y'all can't see the truth, and a lot of y'all fail to realize the truth. The reality of the situation is that you got to be aware to everything that's going on. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want you to be woke. The reality of the situation is that a woman that really admires and respects you is going to be willing to do almost anything for you, almost everything for you. Now it's completely up to you to determine whether you're going to see that for the way it truly is or not. Now let's get into the negatives. All right. Some of the negatives that are some of the negatives you're going to deal with when it comes to cohabitation with a woman come from nagging, right? Let's say, for instance, she asks you to do something and you don't fully do it to her full expectation. She's going to nag you all the time and say, why didn't you do this properly? I wanted you to do it like this, you did it like that, right? And let's be honest, we're men. No man really wants to deal with the woman that's going to be constantly nagging him, that's going to be constantly telling him what you're doing is not good enough. Now you see why men cheat. And am I glorifying cheating? Hell no. I don't think any man should cheat. I don't think any person should cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to realize that when you do certain things like that, it's going to come back to haunt you in the future. That's the truth. If you do those things, it's going to come back to you. Now, it's up to you to determine what you're going to do because it's in your DNA. So are you going to adhere to what your DNA is telling you to do, or are you going to go opposite? Are you going to fight it? Choice is completely up to you. Let's get into number 2. So we talked talked about the nagging. Another thing you have to realize is that a lot of women don't really, and I'm not saying that men don't do this either, but you see this prevalent in a lot of women. They don't take care of their spaces, right? Like if you were to go into an average woman's home, it's going to be dirty and clustered with a lot of stuff, right? You're going to see clothes on the ground. You're going to see things in disorganization, and it's like, especially if you're a man that's on your game, if you're a man that's on your stuff, you don't really want to deal with people that are dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 5 months down the line, 10 months, a year, you're going to come to realize that it's like, especially if you're a man that's grinding and you're making your money and you're doing your own thing, you're better off having your own place and she can have her own place. Because let's be honest, as men, especially if you're a man that's grinding and you're trying to level up and become the best version of yourself, a woman that's not in her game is going to bring you down. It's gonna bring you down, right? You have to understand you're a product of your environment. If you're not leveling up through your actions, if you're not putting in the work through your actions, right? Especially if you don't have an environment that's peaceful and that's clean, it's going to be hard for you to really be able to get to where you want to get to in life. Therefore, you have to really be careful with the types of women that you incorporate into your life. Am I saying that all women are dirty? Hell no. But there always are exceptions to the rule, but we're talking about majority. We're not talking about exceptions, especially American women. Now, if you deal with Asian women, it's probably going to be a different story. If you deal with African women, it's going to be a different story. American women, majority of them are dirty. You know what I'm saying? They don't take care of themselves, especially their like environments, not their bodies. I'm not talking about their bodies. I'm talking about their environment. It's dirty, and you have to and this is how you really can get a glimpse of what I'm talking about. If you're dealing with a woman and her car, like let's say you go into her car, she wants to drive you somewhere, and you see her car is dirty, in the back of your mind, you have to understand that more likely than not, her house is dirty too. So now it's completely up to you to determine whether you want to continue to move forward with that or not. Would I personally do it? No, because the thing is that you have to learn how to value yourself. But a lot of dudes go into that situation and are just like, you know what, I don't really care, I'm just gonna do it. Nah, bro. A lot of dudes are complacent with women that don't really have anything to offer to them in their life. And it's like, you as a man have to really be woke enough to be able to move past all of that, right? A lot of dudes, I'm telling you, you have a lot of dudes that are cohabitating with these women that you think that are wife material, but in reality, they're not, right? There was literally a situation earlier today where I saw somebody, right, in a situation that this person basically is a delivery driver, right? So what they basically do is that they deliver packages. So I was just sitting in my car. I was just, you know what I'm saying, having thoughts to myself. And listen, I heard the conversation in the back of my, like, you know what I'm saying? My window's open. I heard the conversation. The dude basically saw the man and the wife, or the man and the girlfriend, basically about to pull off. So he pulled into their driveway. Once he pulled into their driveway, he was about to give them the order, like the stuff that they delivered. The woman literally yelled at the man and said that you should go put it at the door. And mind me, the man didn't even like do anything on purpose. He was just trying to give the order to the people that had delivered the order. And mind me, these people cohabitate. But I eventually ended up pulling the man over to the side, and I asked him, yo, what was inside of the package? And he told me it was a bunch of pregnancy tests. What does that go to tell you? So let me repeat that again. The man literally gave the order to the people who were about to leave, because that was what he was supposed to do. That was his job. And the woman literally saw that he came to deliver the order, but he tried to give it to the man. And then when the man literally saw that, the woman literally yelled at the dude that was trying to deliver the packages, because he was trying to give it to them, telling them to go put it at the door, because she knew she was sneaking around, because she knew she was doing some, you know what I'm saying, some fucked up shit. Excuse my language, some effed up shit, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language again, but that's like, bro, that's the truth. Like, you have to understand, like, if you're dealing with a woman that does not respect you, these are some of the things that she has the ability to do to you, bro. Trex, I'm telling you, my brother, like, woke family, these bras, bro, I'm telling you, like, you cannot make it up. You got to be able to see beyond that, because I'm gonna be real with you. Every single man thinks that the woman that they're dealing with is good for them, is the woman for them. And it's like, nah, bro, you got to be able to see beyond that. You really got to be able to see beyond the BS. In this society, they want you to think that everything is all good and all well. Nah, bro, it's far from the truth. You got to be able to see beyond that. You got to be able to see the truth. A lot of these women you think that are really for you, they're not for you. They're not for you. They're here to destroy you. They're here to take away your dignity. And I'd be damned I'd be damned if I were to give a woman my last name and she were stepping outside. Like I said, we talked about the Will Smith situation. We talked about the situation with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. These are women that y'all made as wives, but the reality of the situation is that they were a bunch of demonic succubus spirits. You really have to be careful of the type of energy that you incorporate into your life. So now when it comes to you living with a woman, you really need to be careful that that woman doesn't have some type of demonic spirit in her that's going to reflect in the way she behaves towards you. If you're not careful, you're going to incorporate a demonic spirit into your life. You gotta value your energy. You gotta value your energy. I cannot stress that enough. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta value your energy. You as a man, when you're working hard and you're grinding, you're leveling up, you're building your credit up, or you're repairing your credit, you're getting your bag, you know what I'm saying? You gotta value your energy, bro. It's so important. So important, bro. I cannot stress that. But a lot of dudes just don't respect themselves, or they don't even believe in themselves. This is the thing you have to understand. Even if you're dealing with a woman that has high interest in you, right? And if the woman has high interest in you, you have to also understand that at the back of your mind, there are so many other options out there of dudes that she can deal with. So you always have to be on your stuff. You cannot afford to slip up. You cannot afford, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be on your stuff all the time. There are no excuses, bro. Especially not in 2022. Especially not in 2022. You feel what I'm saying? So you always got to make sure that you're on your stuff. You got to make sure you're leveling up. You got to make sure that you're trying to become the best version of yourself. But like I said, I would advise against cohabitation. Cohabitation is not going to put you in a position of success. If you're a man that's trying to level up, you got to stay away from it. Like I said, brother, I definitely get where you're coming from, man. Woke family, like, this is facts. You know what I'm saying? Cohabitating with women, like, it's going to put you in a position of, what's the opposite of dominance? Submissiveness, especially as a man. You know what I'm saying? If you're the man, and this is one thing, it's not even only North America. I say it's primarily North America, because especially when it comes to the marriage laws, the one thing you have to understand is that if you get married to a chick and you do not sign a prenup, you're losing 50% of your things, especially because, let's be real, most men are the most successful. So if you're the most successful person in your group and you give away your things, you're losing 50% of what you got. Therefore, you got to make sure that you get that prenup signed. If she respects you, she's going to make sure that she's going to sign that prenup. If you're dealing with a woman that does not want to sign that prenup, leave her. She doesn't respect you enough. Women will try to do this and that, and they'll try to, nah, bro, she has to sign that prenup. If she does not sign that prenup, she does not respect you. If she does not sign that prenup, leave her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, in my opinion, do not cohabitate with women. I would not advise it, bro. I would not advise you cohabitating with women, because you're only going to put yourself in a position of downfall, right? Especially us as men that are grinders, right? Like, because I told you there's different types of men, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's men that prefer job security, which is cool. There's men like myself and other men that are entrepreneurs, right? You have to understand that whichever side you're on, whether you're a W-2 worker or 1099 or small, whatever, right? Entrepreneur or worker, you need to be in a position where you're going to be you're going to be able to level up. You're going to be able to put yourself in a position of success, and that's not going to happen when you're always around a woman, because you already know how most of these women are. They go to work, they come back, they sleep, and then they scroll on Instagram. Once they're scrolling on Instagram, then from there you realize that at the end of the day, they're just letting their day go by. They don't have any ambition. You need to be with women that have ambition to be able to help your life and help your lives together become better without living with her, though. At least until you get married to her. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, I agree 100%. You know what I'm saying? Woke family, like, real talk, us men, because we're building on here. You know what I'm saying? We need to. I wouldn't say that we should specifically boycott marriage, unless you're trying to say that we should boycott marriage in the sense that we stop getting married. But if you're saying, like, in general, like, we just completely try to cancel it out, no matter what we do, bro, people are still gonna get married. No matter, like, you have to understand, no matter what we do, there is a new simp being born every day. A new man that's going to throw his jacket on the ground when women come through in order to be able to praise, administer, or and admire them. And I'm gonna be real. It is what it is. It is what it is. But it's up to you. It's up to you to determine that you're not going to do that, right? You can never control what another man does. You can never control what another woman does. You can only control what you do. Therefore, you know the truth. You know the game. You know the facts. Now it's up to you to determine what you're going to do. We on this channel, we're red pill. We're spiritually aware. We're aware of God, and we believe in God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. We can't control what they're gonna do, and it is what it is. But we're gonna move smart. We on this channel realize that it can never be the situation now that another woman would ever finesse us. Another woman would ever take advantage of us. Another woman would ever play us. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, we have to move smart. But I also want to address this because I know some women are going to watch this video and be like, oh, you're a misogynist. You hate women. Bro, I'm not going to lie. It's the same women that call me a misogynist. The same women that call us misogynists that want to get with us. Let's be real. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the same women that, because in the West, especially through TikTok, through IG, they try to shame you if you're a man that has principle, because you're not a part of the matrix if you have principle, if you have morals as a man. Most men don't have that. So if you have that, you're not a part of the matrix. Therefore, clap yourself. God has called you especially to be able to save the people that are in this matrix, because this matrix is coming crumbling down. You know what I'm saying? This matrix is coming crumbling down. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, woke family. Like I said, I'm happy that my brother Trez brought this up. You really have to be aware of this, bro. Like, you cannot put yourself in, and I say this with all respect, you cannot put yourself in a position to move into a woman's place. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because you have to understand that the minute you do that, she loses respect for you. You might think that everything is all good and well. Nah, bro. Let's say, for instance, like, that's the only thing that you have to turn back to, and you do move into her place. Let that be temporary. You have to, like, you cannot get comfortable, because the minute you get comfortable, she's gonna get comfortable with insulting you. She's gonna get comfortable with disrespecting you. You gotta value yourself enough to be able to realize the truth and tell yourself, you know what? I'm not gonna move into a woman's apartment. I'm not going to stay, or even if I am gonna do it, I'm not going to do it long term. Because you have to really be able to put yourself in a position of power. You can't be in a position of power when you're living under somebody else's roof, because they're going to always use it as a way to be able to disrespect you. Even if you're grinding, this is the thing you have to understand. There's never going to be a perfect time to do anything. Let me repeat that again. There's never going to be a perfect time. Time might be a little bit better, but it's not perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. You got to grind. So even if you do decide to live with a woman, let it be temporary. And what do I mean by temporary? 30 to 90 days at most. 90 days is max. 90 days is max. Whatever you're doing, whether you're a W-2 worker or you're a hustler, right? And I'm not talking about the people who hustle people. I'm talking about like a entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You got to hustle your way out of that situation, right? You have to. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You can get a room. You can share with other people as well too. You can get roommates. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have the ability to move into a studio, you can move into a studio or a one-bedroom, depending. And like I said, it depends on where you live in, and especially in this country, right? You can find places as cheap as $700, $800, $900, $1,000, and so up and so forth. But like I said, understand that 90 days is the max that you can afford to live with a woman, because especially if you're living off that woman, when it comes to you living in her place, she's feeding you, bro. She's going to lose respect for you, bro. No matter how much a woman likes you. Okay, I'm gonna really break this down, because I want us as woke people to really understand this, right? The one thing you have to understand is that when it comes to women, they live in scarcity when it comes to money, right? I'm gonna still talk to y'all, but when it comes to women, they live in scarcity when it comes to money, when it comes to spending money, when it comes to job security and all that. Women tend to live in scarcity, whereas men, if you're a man that's on your grind and you're leveling up, and you're trying to become the best version of yourself, and you're getting to that chicken, you get into that dough, you get into that money bag, they have that respect for you. You know what I'm saying? They tend to have that respect for you. Bro, it's love. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love my Canadians, bro. I love all y'all, man. It's love. 100%. But like, I think the situation is a little bit more advanced in Canada than it is over here. The only positive thing that I can say that to an extent we do have here, which is actually being taken away, is freedom of speech. But at the same time as well too, I heard about the situation that's going on in Canada with the truckers, bro. Like, I feel bad for y'all over there, bro, to an extent. Now, I'm not saying that the United States is better. Hell no. I don't think it is at any point in time. But I do feel for y'all to an extent, for what I'm saying. And just understand that it's going to get better. But even with that being said, there's not that much difference, bro. Like, and woke family at the same time as well too. Like, you really have to be careful with certain things that you do, because these things have the ability to either make you or break you. And now it's completely up to you to determine whether you're going to allow it to make you or break you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, man, like, you have to really be able to see the signs. Like, this is the thing we have to understand as people. Before you decide to cohabitate with a woman, especially as a man, you have to really be able to vet her out properly. I wouldn't advise it, but if you're going to do it, you got to learn how to vet her out properly. You got to pay attention to the way she behaves around you, what she says, how she says it, how she behaves around you. That's really what's going to determine whether she's going to be wife material or not. And then once you do move in with her, she's going to really show you whether she's wife material or not. And if she shows you whether she's wife material, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Bro, I'm telling you, American women, Canadian women, Nigerian women, Ghanaian women, European women, Asian women, Chinese women, Japanese women. Bro, it's everybody, bro. The level of entitlement is crazy in 2022. These women want you to come with $100,000 a year, 6-pack abs. You see how my face a little bit chubby? They don't want you to have a chubby face. Even though I am muscular, I'm not going to lie. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? The reality of the situation is that they don't want you to be imperfect. If you have any sense of flaw in you, they automatically dismiss you. And am I saying all women? No. But majority of women are like that, especially here in the West or in the world in general. Because like we said yesterday, right? These American women, these Canadian women that are posting TikToks, you think people from Nigeria can't see it? You think people from China can't see it? You think people from Japan can't see it? People can see these things, bro. And when people see these things, they incorporate it into their mentality, and that becomes who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's the truth. Now it's up to you to determine whether you're going to accept it as a truth or if you're not. I'll say this, brother, and I'll say this, woke family. When it comes to dealing with women that want to hang out with their girlfriends, I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing. Where it does become a bad thing is when you're dealing with a chick that says that she wants to go on girls-only trips. Let me repeat that again. If girls want to hang out with their girlfriends, unless like we're talking about women that want to go out to the club every single Friday night when they have you at home. Nah, that's dead. That's dead. You feel what I'm saying? But I think it's even worse when you're dealing with chicks that talk about, oh yeah, I want to go on girls-only trips when you're at home taking care of the kids. When you're at home making sure that you're paying the bills and you're paying her bills too. Bro, if you're dealing with a chick that tells you she wants to go on girls-only trips, dub her, bro. She's disqualified. She's done. You know what I'm saying? She's done for. Because I'm going to tell you what she's doing on those girls-only trips. She's getting dug out till she busts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Steph is cold. She's getting dug out till she busts. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow your girl to go on girls-only trips. Don't allow your girl to go on girls-only trips, bro. That's hey, if you have a girlfriend and she's going on girls-only trips, bro, she's not your girlfriend, bro. She's for the intergalactic highways, bro. That's facts. She's for the intergalactic highways, bro. Bro, and that's the problem. That's the problem with our women, bro. Like I said, when it comes to Caribbean women, African women, you know what I'm saying? They're in love with me, bro. You go back to where I'm from, bro. Most women want to get married to you because you're from America. Because you're from America. Because in their mind, America means money floats on trees. You can literally go to the train and pick down the dollars. They don't make like. This is why we have to understand as people, bro. People don't get married. Facts. She is. You know what I'm saying? She is. People don't get married for love anymore. In 2022, this is the reality. People do not get married for love anymore. People get married for what they can try to get from their relationship. So you as a woke person, you really have to be able to see beyond that, especially if you're a man, because you have to understand that the chances of you getting finessed are a lot higher than the chances of her getting finessed. She's coming in knowing the game. You as a man, you got to learn the game. So once you learn the game as a man, you cannot get finessed. You cannot get finessed. You know what I'm saying? You cannot allow yourself to get finessed. You have to be able to see beyond that. They don't want you to, but if you're on this channel, I'm going to tell you the truth. right? And obviously, like I said, this is a woke family. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out for my brothers, but at the same time as well too, the sisters out there. If y'all want to know the truth on why men flake on you, if you want to know the truth on why men do some of, you can find it here on this channel. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So now it's completely up to you to determine what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? I completely advise against cohabitation. Like, you have to be able to see beyond that, bro. They don't want you to be woke in this society. So when you are woke, they try to say that you have a problem, that you're backwards. You know what I'm saying? No, we're not. You're just mad because we see the truth. And it's okay, you can be mad, but we're gonna still speak the truth. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. Excuse me. It is what it is. I advise against cohabitation completely. But as a man to his own, you do what you gotta do. But just like I said, be aware of the dangers when it comes to cohabitation. Because the reality of the situation is that there are a lot of negative things. I'll give y'all an example right now. Look at the situation that happened in Florida. I think it was almost a month ago, with one of my Nigerian brothers, Obumseli. That white girl that he was dealing with, bro. This girl literally had an OnlyFans. You already know what type of time she was on, bro. She literally stabbed him in the shoulder, and he's dead. He's gone. Rest in peace to him. But the reality of the situation is that, and this is no disrespect to the brother, but he didn't vet that chick out properly. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't vet that chick out properly to be able to see what type of time she's on. Because for them to be in a domestic violence situation or some type of, you know what I'm saying, that just goes to show you that there was a problem. Even within their friend group, a woman was like, think about it. Most women do not vouch for men. And some people might say that the woman liked the man, but the reality is that most women do not vouch for men. So for a woman to vouch for Obumseli, which is the Nigerian brother, and say that she was always physically abusive whenever they were around, that just goes to show you the reality of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? That just goes to show you the reality. So you as a man, you have to be able to see beyond that. They don't want you to be woke in 2022. They don't want you to be woke, but you have to be able to see beyond that. Right? That's the reality. That's why cohabitation is advised against, bro, because the reality of the situation is that you might think, oh yeah, that could never happen. Bro, anything is possible, bro. Especially if you don't vet the chick out properly. You can't just go off the fact that she's beautiful, bro. There's so many, like, bro, there are billions of women in this world. Now, am I telling you to go around and have sex with this? No, it's not. If you want to do that, go ahead. Would I advise it? No, but at the same time as well, too, you really have to be careful in who you're incorporating your energy from. Because let's say you're the type of person where you want to go out and have sex with as many women as possible, if you have the ability to. A lot of these women have demonic energy, bro. So you really have to be careful which type of energy you're incorporating into your body. You don't know what the effect is going to be. You feel what I'm saying? You do not know what the effect of it is going to be. So become woke and see the truth of the way it truly is. You feel what I'm saying? If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. Just come into this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Wokebucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification button to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below. So with social media links, so make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, this is going to be in this live stream. This is Wokebucks, and I'm out, man.